At the Biafran ideology inwardly and how it conflicts with the Nigerian ideology. Why people seems to be ready to die for the Biafran ideology, despite the fact that it is not power, you know. Um, so for today, let's look at Islamization, the tension between the Biafran ideology versus the Biafran ideology. And I'll be talking basically as an outsider. So I think by that, I'll try to bring as much neutrality into this topic of discussion. So, well, if you look at the Biafran ideology, it is about liberation, it's about fulfilling your potentials. I mean, you being as free as a bird, having that say, having that your way, something that has to be Republican in nature. And I mean, this is practically the nature of the Igbos. Yeah, they like to express, they like to be adventurous, they like to be daring, like a bird, like an eagle. They do not like to overanalyze. Yeah, they just want to step into it. Let's see what happens. If it's fine, yes. And if I perish, sort of a thing, and kind of a thing, you know. Now, how does this ideology conflict Islam ideology? For Islam, I think what you want is in Islam, basically what they want is having a leader who everybody looks up to. A leader, of course, who wants to be a sit tight leader where nobody can challenge his authority, nobody can question his knowledge and understanding. A leader who probably wants to be the one that controls the critical thinking of the people. Uh, a leader who probably just want to be unquestioned. And I think that is where the conflict comes in. Yes, because if you look at the Islam, most of the Islamic states, if you look at it, most fully Islamic states have a monarchical sort of a system. And of course, the followers, they don't, they can't even question the people in authority. They can't. The citizens of such monarchies, Islamic states, are being controlled, their innovative thinking, the adventurous lifestyle, everything is being controlled, regulated, and they are more or less like being caged, you know. So that is a dispute, that is the contradiction that comes in. And most times I tend to wonder that why is it that the Igbos find it so difficult to accept Islam. Yes, so I had a conversation with someone, and he said that the Islam way of life does not, have this cohesive similarity with the Igbos. It doesn't have that cohesive. And then I asked him, how is it possible that Islam was able to penetrate the West? Because we understand that the reason why Islam penetrated the North was the North, over time, even to this very day, practice feudal system. A system whereby the people who are at the bottom of the pyramid are being controlled. Their prosperity, their bandwidth to succeed is being limited intentionally by the people on top, you know. And when you are seen to be overshining, they trample on you. That is what keeps a feudal system sustainable, by the way. So how come that this Islam was able to penetrate the southwest? And my friend said, well, the Yorubas are of two tribes. That if you take a look at the Jebus, majority of uh, the Jebus, most of them are Christians. Majority of them are Christians. But if you go deep down into the Ilorin or your and Co, you find out that these places were ruled by monarchs, kingdom. And then I asked you, what about England? You now said that look at what's happening in England today. That England today sort of is the feudal system. Yes, they might be democratic in some extent, but it has those elements of feudalism. And is Islam not spreading like wildfire in England? I said, yes, you're right. He said, but take a look at America. That why do I think Islam is not really having such spread in America, nor Canada, nor even Switzerland? Yeah, because those places that are republicans in nature would naturally not want to accept, if not by force, by subterfuge, will not just openly, with open arms, accept Islam because Islam makes you highly feudal. It brings that unnecessary supremacy, brings that notion, that mental reasoning that there's a supreme person who must be followed, who must be worshipped, so to speak, who has that latitude to do everything without being questioned. But that is not the situation in America, in Switzerland. That if I take a look at Saudi Arabia, the prince does many things that are unpredictable, but nobody questioning that is the entity Biafran ideology represents. Well, this is just my own little understanding. You know, I'll be bringing to you more series of the Biafran ideology and why it's contradicts, why there has this conflict with Islam. You know, so if you are just watched, please kindly leave a comment section. You can suggest more conversations you would like us to discuss about the Biafran ideology. If you'd like to be a part of the conversation, no problem, we can schedule a meeting and then, of course, we'll discuss going forward. Yes, for now, bye for now. Thank you very much.